Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. Yes, and no vehicle room or loose figure room would be complete without this. Oh, so I'm finally getting around this Saturday to setting this up. Man, I'm so lazy, I could have done this hours ago, but it's about 3 in the afternoon now, and I've just been messing around with it, just getting to grips with it before I do my final leg of the tour to review this. And so last night I decided to open it, and so if you want to see that video, that's on Patreon. I just, took it out of the box and got all the bits together, assembled the engines, and this is what remains to assemble, so I'm going to put all that on. I'll give you a little tour of it first. Yeah, I'll show you the paintwork and all that, then I will put these final bits in place, and then I'll show you how it is, complete. Plus I will also show you the 2 variations of displaying it with the stand here, which is really nice. And or on the landing gear, my dream was always to have it just like these vehicles here. And I'm glad I'm in here because it gives you a sense of scale with this. So I don't usually have the room set up, just put a few things in place as well. Look at the X-Wing there. And, to give you a sense of scale. And, if you want to know my honest opinion, when I first opened it last night, and you'll see this on my reaction video, that, the first thing I realized was how good it looked to see the barge in the background and the Falcon as well. And I just thought, wow, I love this vehicle. It's a great piece, and that's all I can really say. I'm just impressed. There's a few issues that people have had, and I will discuss it, and I'll show you what I think about it, and I will learn a few things on this video because, as I say, I'm 50% there. But I've been warned. There's been a few horror stories of things snapping apparently, but I can't comment on that. I've not seen anything. I've not trawled Facebook to find comments about it. My friends have, and they've kept me informed. As far as I'm concerned right now, I'm loving it, It's great, but I'm just going to get it finally set up now, which is really cool. And, if you don't mind and you want to know what's going on with the lighting, well, I've decided to shoot this in natural light. That's why I'm kicking myself for being a little bit of a lazy you-know-what for not filming it earlier today. But I don't know. I want to film this in natural light. I don't want any lighting on it. I haven't really watched a hell of a lot of reviews on this. I've seen Sean Solo 8, that's a really good video. And I've seen Chris from Hasbro Pulse and Tim from Bosk's Bounty, and that's really about it. But, as I say, I like to see this. I want you to see it in natural light. If there's been other people who've done reviews like that, then great. Let me know who they are. But as far as a full setup is concerned and an opening, well, this is only going to be 50%. If you want to see the full setup, do check out my Patreon, and you'll see the video that I put on there, just because I wanted to do something for them, my supporters on Patreon, and I wanted to document opening it and stuff. But apart from that, I just want to make my video, my contribution to the community or whatever of this ship, which has been reviewed so many times by lots of different people. I'm one of the last people to contribute something. I just wanted to show you my take on it, which is just how good this thing looks and how well it's weathered, and show it in this room in all its glory. And we've been waiting so patiently for this. Oh, and also the cards that come with it. Don't want to forget that either. Speaking of Tim from Bosk's Bounty, he's been messaging me a lot, asking me, what's your Grogu like? What's your Grogu like? Open it up. So I finally got around this weekend to opening it up. Got delivered in the week. And the Grogu has a little bit of a valley on it, but still, no, it's not creased, my Grogu, but I think that's a common problem as well, with the hunt is on for a Grogu that is completely mint. But I think a star case will fix my Grogu issue. I've seen a hell of a lot worse. But anyway, hope you're enjoying these first few shots of just the exterior. Let's have a bit of a spin now. See it this side as well. I haven't attached the guns, as you can see there. I'm going to do that later. And the accessories, and I've not put landing gear down. I've done this for Daniel Chart. He said, make sure you put something down if you're going to be spinning it round. He doesn't want me to damage the paintwork of the vehicle. But as you can see, look at that. Brilliant. I was really worried about what it was going to look like on the outside. The silver, would that work? And the weathering on top of it. But I think it does. I really do. It's great. Love the engines on this thing. Speaking of engines, if I pivot again and show you this here, they're great. There's somebody who's already customized this and got some LEDs in there, and that looks good. But these are awesome. I love the... I'm deliberately filming it like this with the light behind because it just gives you that cinematic effect. I will film it from other angles as well, so stay with me. Look at that bronze effect. That's a brilliant ship, this, is it not? The price of it is going bonkers on the secondary market. I don't know how long that's going to stay, but we can discuss that in this video a bit later on. And there's a load of panels and stuff to remove on this, so I won't do it all. I'll just take a few off to give you a flavour, but yeah, man, great stuff. Really nice. Now with the light behind, oh, excuse me, I'm just flipping around here. You get to see a bit more of its colour and style from here. That's quite bright exposure there. This is great, isn't it? Look at that with the falcon in the background there. There's the cockpit there. I was mortified when I saw that guy's images on Instagram. You know, he had to apparently use the filter, this fella, or female, we don't know who it is. Never assume the gender, but still, the filter made the inside look really blue. Now the inside is bluer than I would like, but it ain't that bad. It's better than his photograph suggested, which was ultra blue and oof, no. But yeah, I think that if it was a tad grayer, I would like it, like as grey as that there, maybe. That would maybe make it less, a bit more neutral. Look at these engines again. Look at that effect there, really good. I was just chatting with Daniel Chart about a few little things. Now he's on it like a car bonnet, that bloke, and he's a detail freak. And he noticed that a few of the panels, as did I actually, if you take them off, in fact I might take one of them off now since we're talking about it. Yeah, this one, there you go. On the inside we were a bit disappointed to see that, oh hang on a minute, well, that does look like there's a little bit of weather in there. What do you think? On the grey in the inside? And maybe the inside panels. You see, one thing we noticed about the vintage collection is they are so good and they do weathering where you wouldn't expect weathering. And my example when I was chatting about it with Daniel was the things like this. If you remove those panels and stuff that you shouldn't see without going there, they've actually weathered everything, the undersides of things. And this is very well weathered, but we have thought that maybe they have probably cut a few corners, maybe, I don't know, maybe that's a time issue. But as far as I'm concerned on the exterior, it's pretty darn good. I'm not sure about that camera shot then I just tried to do. Right, I'm going to start opening this baby up. I think that works better if you say that with an American accent. I'm going to start opening this baby up and I'm going to show you the interior. I'm going to mount the camera and start putting some stuff together. Now, one thing I'm going to start with doing actually, before I move on is, oh, there's a panel there. Aha, look at that one, you see. That does need weathering. I concur, Daniel, that's actually a principal piece. And you'd think if they were going to weather anything, they'd do that. But, oh, and speaking of weathering, one thing I noticed yesterday when I got it out of the box was the first thing I saw was the leg, and I got very excited about that. I thought, wow, that was my first look at the exterior colour and weathering and stuff. But then I did sort of like look at that bit and I thought to myself, why have they done that? Why haven't they weathered that bit? Because surely that's not going to be inside anything. It's going to be for all to see if you choose to have it docked. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do. I think I said this before. Sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I can't be sure if I'm going to have it on here or have it with its landing gear. Now, I was always going to do the latter, but I might change my mind because that does look so nice. And please remind me to show you the packaging as well at the end. I hope I don't forget to do that. Right, I better crack on. I really am waffling now, man. Let's do this. Yeah, so the first thing I want to do is take the top off, and then I'm going to take the side panel off. Much like the barge, you can remove the side and see inside it, which you have to do actually, because I'll show you in a minute something that I've noticed about this. Then I'll have enough light to maybe put the guns inside the gun cabinet. Now the gun cabinet, by all accounts, and Can I just stress, be very careful with this. Anyone who's broken this must have been either heavy-handed or it is inferior plastic, but I refuse to believe they've made this not to withstand normal pressure that you put on it to get it open. But even with the barge, I'm very careful, but just be very delicate. It is, you could say, a toy, but I think it's an adult toy that's just delicate. Right, there's the see, the underside hasn't been done, but that doesn't really matter. But there you go, the escape pod there. I haven't actually opened this yet. Let's see how do you open it. I guess it's there, is it? Yeah. There you go. So you can put your Mando in there. God, that was difficult. Anyway, if I tilt the camera, you'll see just the top side there. That intricate pattern there, interesting. Very claustrophobic looking, that escape pad. Very sort of steampunk in a way, and yeah, it reminds me a little bit of the one in the Last Jedi, a little bit, the one that Rey was in, but still, I don't think you see that in the Mandalorian. But then again, the escape pod that you see in here, you don't see in any of the films, the original trilogy anyway. So if I remove that out of the way, I'm going to put the camera back to here, and then I'm going to remove this top section. Let's see how you do it. Aha, there's a button here, right? See there? Hit that, pop, and in we go. Right, so just having a look at it, I've got to tell you that on the screen that I'm looking at, as I look at the monitor, the screen of my camera, it looks a lot bluer than it looks in real life. So don't let this put you off. I don't know what it is, maybe it's just a trick of the light or something. So inside here, I've got tons of accessories I need to put in here, including this stuff. These are backpacks and stuff like that you hang. There's a few weapons there as well. In fact, these are the weapons for the weapons cabinet. And then you also get this Mandalorian here, which somebody is trying to sell that. Can you believe this? On eBay for £100? That's ridiculous. And then you've got these carbonite blocks that you saw on the table earlier. Now look at that, right? I want to point this one thing out. The carbonite blocks, as soon as I saw these last night, I noticed that how poorly they have been painted. They're very plasticky looking, except, well, actually, no, with the light shining. This is afternoon light coming in here, right? And it's giving it a nicer look and a shinier look than they actually are. If I film it at a different angle, maybe you might be able to tell. But anyway, you can see by having this Han Solo next to this person that the Han has got a lovely paint on it that gives it that carbonite or carbonized look. They should have carbonized these or done something to make them look more metallic like him. You know what I mean? That's just one observation, but it's not going to keep me up at night. Now, what to show you? So there's all the things. I'm going to put those in later, but I think we should go for a little ride. So we're going to go handheld now. I'm going to take you inside this thing and show you what we can see. So there's that, obviously, and then the floor there is quite nicely blended there. Whatever, and then of course you've got the back here. There is a kind of a nice hydraulic feel now because I haven't got the landing gear on. That hasn't gone down as far as it can do. See, it's flat, but I'll sort that out later. Also, speaking of good hydraulics, and on Tim's video, he also said he had nice action. It does feel good. It comes down like a hydraulic kind of thing, and there it is. That also extends, but there's little point in me doing that because there isn't the height isn't adjusted correctly. But there you are, and look at these. Let's give you some angles of this. Look at that, man. It does look good, doesn't it? Should we go inside? Wow. I love it. And what I need to do now is go selfie mode. Can I do that? Wow. I love this. Is this correct? It's not focusing very well. No, I think I'm going to go normal view. Yeah, I'll have to go in another angle and show you that view. So this is the weapons cabinet which I have opened. Hang on, there you go. There's better light coming in now. And I'm going to populate that with weapons. So before you put these on, you can lie it on its side, basically. And then it's easier to put the weapons in. So I'm going to have to go for the fiddly option. But before I do that, let's pop this out. Oops. Look at that. These are fixed on, these ones here. great though, isn't it? That's been weathered. So why they haven't done that to that panel there? Let's go and take that off now. I mean, God, beggars can't be choosers. This is the ship of my dreams. But that's just quite bad, actually. So yeah, got to be objectively critical about these things. But look at that. You see, compared to that, not good, Hasbro. What you got to say about that, huh? And then this thing here, which is brings me on to another topic of discussion here with this thing. This opens. This is the carbon freezing thing, right? We've decided or realised that the ship should be wider. Firstly, it needs to be wider anyway because of the fact that it would match the dimensions that you see in the program. But without the side panel off here, this won't open it. It only gets to about there before it gets obstructed by a hook that's on the side wall panel. It gets that's like an obstruction for it opening. Stops it opening basically. But so they could have made it wider. So if you can fit a blurg in here is another issue, or I don't know. But also the dimensions, as I always knew about this when we saw the plans for it. And again, it's not a problem because they have to make some sacrifices for screen accuracy to make it a working toy. And, you know, good luck getting a vehicle in the 6-inch line. So we're not grumbling at all because, you know, we're lucky. And this is the line 4 figures, but still the way that the orientation of let me just spin this around again. Of the vehicle, I think there's a stepladder thing. Well, there's a stepladder there, but in the program, you get the toilets and then there's a stairway that leads up to the cockpit, like up. So obviously this deck here is the same level as the cockpit, which isn't accurate, as we all know, to the film, but hell, it's still a huge ship, this, and it looks good and it works for if you can put a figure in there. Again, good luck getting a vehicle like this in the 6-inch line. No disrespect, but still. There's more, but I say there's panels absolutely everywhere, man. I'm just sort of learning as I do this. I'm not going to put these on yet. I will put them on after I've put the guns in the gun cabinet. There's another panel there. Yeah, man, they should have weathered that. They should have, because they've done it for other vehicles, as I say, like that one there. And even things like the Imperial tank, which is just on that top shelf. Right about there. So there you are. I think I might just get the cockpit open. Now when I opened this before, I got such a strong smell of plastic and paint and chemicals and stuff. Unfortunately, it's not on a hinge. Yeah, that's no biggie. You can take it off. And here it is, and again, it is looking more bluer than it really is in real life, but let's just give you a look at these controls and stuff. Wow. This is pretty much my first look at it up close because I opened it before, but I didn't really soak it all in. Could have weathered that, maybe given it a bit of grime, but you know, behind the glass is where you're going to have it. But yeah, no, it's looking good. I think maybe, don't know, I think it could look better, than that, but still looks good, especially if I put a figure in it, it will look better. There's space for Grogu there and whoever else. Yeah, man, it's alright, isn't it? Anyway, just some reaction thoughts there. Yeah, it looks better with that on, let's put it that way. Ooh. And that's clipped into place now. There you go. Almost, hang on. Yeah, that's better. Okay, there you go. Great. And there's other things to show you. There's another panel there that's desperate to come off. Look at this. Whoa. There you go. See, that's darker. You know, that's funny, they chose that plastic for there. If they'd had a darker, yeah, they've gone for the blue that they've got on the inside. If that was black or something, they'd get away with it, you know. But unfortunately, that light blue doesn't really work if it ain't got weathering on it. Wash. All right then, folks. So what else to show you? There's some stuff going on in the back as well. Bear with me. And it's this thing here. And I take that off. See, the finish is lovely, isn't it? Look at that. A lovely shiny finish. And then there's this as well. Comes off. Again, go easy. Careful. Delicate. And this should pop up. That came up easier that time. When I popped it up before, it was like the first time it had moved. The plastic was obviously just sort of welded a little bit together naturally or something, but still, there's that. Nice, huh? Great. Great. Well, I think I'm going to start to finish this off now and put the extra bits in that I need to, and then wrap it up, man. Not literally wrap it up, but you know what I'm saying. And just before I put the lid on, I'm going to show you this, which is the underside of the lid, which does look good from the top. Look at that detail. But that's what you attach the carbonite blocks to, which is quite good. They're on like runners. So obviously, you know, I'll have fun setting that up at some point. But they're on tracks. They move down and across. So that's pretty cool. Very interesting design. It needs to go down here. Yeah, so that's quite interesting. But again, if they'd done a wash here, I would have tipped my hat to them 100%. You know, it's not visible, but still, when they do that kind of attention to detail, like they did with this, it makes you respect them a bit more, you know, for going all out 100% on detail. Weathering. I'm actually going to be really lazy because I'm running out of time and daylight. But I'll just show you the weapons that you get that need to go inside here. And one of them look at this. Looks like it hasn't been painted. Am I right? Or are they all like that? Just get the focus here back. Yeah, look at that one there. And these things here look to me like the control. Are they all little bombs or something? I don't know what they are. Can't remember from the other reviews I've seen. I'm sure they all clip onto there. They look like they're going to be thermal detonators maybe, but I don't know, is that a mistake? Not sure. Focus. Yeah, anyway, that's that. But I really don't have time. I'm really sorry. I'll close these though so you can see what that looks like. And there is another compartment I haven't shown you in here. This side compartment here. I'm just gonna get this out and see if I can go in with the camera to there. Right, it's where baby Grogu sits. I might have to go in on the side. Ready? It's too dark, man. That's terrible. I'm really sorry. It's not working. Yeah, it is a bit more now. So there's the toilet there. Let's go back a bit more. Sideways. A sideways look at life there. Should be able to now see. I hook the camera like that. You'll look at all that there. If I go in closer. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I'd need a torch. There's other reviews out there. Check them out. I've actually just put all these into place as well. All them. Which is quite nice. I've hung them out. I don't know if there's a specific way you need to put them. Still, just turn the light off again. Get that natural look. Yeah, it's getting dark in here, man. I'm gonna have to hit the lights anyway soon. But there they are in natural light. Pretty nice, just hung on there. Right. What else? I think I'm gonna start getting the landing gear in place. I might even get a few of those carbonite blocks in place. Put the panels back, close everything up, and show you it in two different ways. On that, or with the landing gear down, then I will show you the packaging as well. I won't forget to do that. All right, let's try it out. Right, got the lights on now. It's getting dark, man. It's getting dark. So actually I've decided before I try the landing gear, I was going to do that next. But no, since it's in that position like that, I'm going to try this out in flight pose. Which I'd be tempted to do it because that's a beautiful base and I'd hate to waste it. So I'm going to do that first. Plus I'm mortified. I'm worried about using the the landing gear because I've heard about it being delicate or snapping or something. But still, I think there's only one way you can put it in here. Let's just double check. Is it idiot proof? Yeah, there's only one way you can put it in. And it's this way. So I'm going to clip that in now, snap it into position, Good quality plastic. That should snap in, but it won't. Is it because it doesn't snap in? Yes, it does. I just had to do it on the floor. So I'll show you that again here now. Bear with me. See this one? Yeah. It's good. There it is. It's pretty clean to me. Hello there. Alrighty. And let's rest this. I get it. So this slides like that and should lock. So mine isn't locking. How do you make that lock? Well, that's crap, isn't it? Well, that's pretty bad, isn't it? Unless it's just mine, unless I'm doing it wrong. Maybe it's supposed to go clip it in. Will it clip? Come on, man. Get in there. Don't want to be heavy-handed again. I don't want to be breaking nothing. I don't know, but that's pretty crap that you can't do anything with that. Let's deal with that later. I'm just going to see what it's like when you rest it on top of this stand. You see, I don't know if you can see what I can see. Now it rests. And all that stuff, you can hear it moving around out on the outside. Oh yeah, I kind of like that, man. It's nice. I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour around it now. In flight pose like that. Very nice. The underside of it. Now that is really bad. The fact that that doesn't lock is annoying me. That is not good. I mean, oh yeah, man. Apart from that, though, it's really good. Look at this underside of it. Nice. Really good. This is where the Lucasfilm thing is, somewhere here. But that's not good. I don't like the fact that this doesn't shut. Is that? I've just messaged somebody about that. That's bad. I think that's crap. If it's in flight mode, you want that shut. That's the whole purpose of it. You know what I mean? So what do I do? Put a wad of blue tack there, Hasbro? Is that what I've got to do? That won't clip in, and I don't want to break it. I don't want to put any more pressure getting that in there. It should do. I tried pulling up and pushing down. It's not locking. It doesn't lock. Crap. Anyway, minor gripe in the scheme of things, I guess. Yeah, looks good, doesn't it, man? Awesome ship. I haven't pushed them in 100% of the way yet, but I will, because they clip into place. Look at the weather in there, brilliant. Very good. The underside, and those teeth fit in there like so. It rests on there. Nice, really nice. I do like that. It's a good coffee table item, that. Really good. Alrighty.
You feel the teeth there, they're sort of there, especially there, they grab it. And it should shut. No one shuts. Don't know.
Right, I think I've got it now. So there are some teeth in there. I've just been messaging Daniel Chart about it. And but if I tap it, it comes back, which I think is pretty crap. But if I tap it, it comes back, which I think is pretty crap. There are some kind of teeth. And if you pull sort of down and up, you see it doesn't do it, man. No, it's not having it, mate. It's really annoying me, this, actually. I'm getting triggered by... it stopped. As long as it can do that eventually, I'll be happy. But I think that's pretty bad. I think mine's dodgy. I don't think mine's working as well as it could do. Right now, the last thing I'm going to do in the video is, speaking of that not being open or whatever, I'm going to open it and then put the landing gear in very carefully The underweathered landing gear. This is another criticism here. Look at that. Man. It's either just come back from the cleaners or something, but that's very plain. Then again, one could argue the Falcon one was plain. I haven't even opened this Mandalorian. I will before the end.
Those two flaps there, when you slide the landing gear in, you've got to make sure this top one is out of the way, because when you start sliding, it falls down, and the silver bit on the landing gear catches it, and that will snap that little tiny hinge there. So I would make sure you hold that up when you push the landing gear in.
Right, so this is what he was on about there. So you've got to be careful with this, obviously. That needs to be up, as he was saying, and that down. I've just tried to do this. And if you get this in, so I suppose that is on the outside of it. Because obviously if you've got to pull... Sorry, wrong one. You've got to pull it out. You don't want that obstructing it. So I'm going to put that on the outside of it like that. That should be all right. See, that's on the outside there. So that's clear of it. And then in it goes. It's quite a pull to get that out. I'm going to do this side now. I'm doing it vertically, as you can see here, to save any kind of gravity knocking that thing back. There, and it's open. It's see, these are quite delicate. I see what he's saying. I don't know if people have broken theirs or what, but yeah, it's just that seems very delicate anyway. And then this one here, which is the way it goes, this way. That's it. This is the way. So that's in like that now. And then obviously Mr. Slidey here, which is quite funny. Watch this. You'd think it would fall down because I've got it vertical and this is the way gravity is going, but you tap it really hard and it won't fall down. Anyway, crazy thing. I'll get to the bottom of that. Right, final bit of landing gear. And I presume, which way does this go? Is there only one way in? Is this idiot proof? Am I just being an idiot? I think it goes that way again, doesn't it? Yeah. That's it. Right, let's get it landed. I'm gonna move these out the way. As you can see, I haven't put them on or inside, but doesn't matter. All in good time. So much to review. And then there's that container there. I think Grogu was in that, wasn't he? So we can focus on that a bit better. Yeah, man. Cool, nice accessory. Let's land her. Take her down. This is a great ship. It's just rugged. That was a line from Alien, that. Take her down. Very carefully gonna put it down. And that is it. That is her landed. That's it. That is it, man. And now, leave it with me. I'm going to make some decisions on this. I'm going to decide if to have it parked like that or on the stand. But that's, you know, I can alternate that and do whatever, really. But apart from that, I'm really happy with this. And I love to see this. Look at that in the foreground. And there's two other masterpieces in the background there. Look at that. Kind of. Awesome, man. The only thing I'm going to show you now is the packaging of this thing, which is also very nice. There have been a few complaints about things getting dinged, but the condition of my shipper box wasn't too bad. But there is something on it that is a bit of a shame. I'll go get it now, one sec. You'll see that packaging. I've got it in backwards order here. Usually the packaging is first, isn't it? But still, there is the packaging. Again, I show this in a bit more detail in my Patreon video. I'll go handheld, but you know, it's fine. But they could have done with double boxing it, because they did double box the barge. That's the funny thing. But if I show you here, that's taking a ding there, which is quite funny because the shipper box didn't suggest that it had taken a whack in the corner, but obviously it has. There was a gash, a tiny gash. It wasn't too deep down this part, which hasn't come through, which is good. That's all fine. But I've heard other people talking about the corners taking a hit. I mean, that doesn't bother me, because I bought this to open it, but some people are really particular about stuff. These are these people who grade stuff or whatever, or they want to keep it mint. It's a psychological thing, knowing that it's inside, it's mint condition, never been opened, I guess, and they want it in its best pristine condition as possible. But you know, each to their own. I can totally understand why they would want it mint, because you know, factory mint is factory mint, and that isn't. You know what I mean? So I'm really sorry. I'm kind of rushing the end of this. I'm not forcing you to Patreon, but if you do want to go to Patreon, you'll see this packaging in a bit more detail when I open it. But there you go. There it is there. Oh, there's another shot there. Check it out. Wow. All the bits being stripped. Amazing stuff. The Razorcrest, Kenner, and made by, or designed by Haslab. Brilliant stuff. Now, on that note there, I shall go and get the 2 carded figures in question to give you a look at those. Bear with me a moment, please, while I go to the carded room. Yeah, so it just remains for me to show you the carded figures then. Let's start with Grogu. And I've had him in a start case for 24 hours, and it looks like the valley has straightened out a bit. That's much better. So apparently a lot of these are creased, the Grogus, but that one's straightened out. If you look at my Patreon video, you'll see that when I put the light over it, you saw very much a valley in the middle. You can still sort of see it there. You see the 2 shards of light there because of the reflection. But that's that. Anyway, enough about that. Looking at cardboard, let's have a look at the figure. The figure is just like the other one, except look at that. That is that vac metal. Or is it just super shiny paint? Whatever it is, you need to make some droids covered in that. Or Mandalorian armor. I'm not happy about how this looks, I'm so sorry. Combination of dull lighting. Get rid of this. Probably best if I film that in the carded room all in good time. Anyway, that's it. You can just see it there. It's a lovely card back. I love that image. Much prefer that image to the other one. The VC, whatever it was. There's that thing there. You can see it. But, you know, it's not too bad. Bit of a rise on that as well. But, it's, again, star case bound. It'll be fine. And then finally, the Jawa Elder. Oh, I will show you the back of the cards as well, because they are nice. Man, if they did backs of cards like these have been done. There's the Elder. Off-World Jawa Elder Arvala 7. Nice to see an unpunched card back as well. Hell yeah. But again, people are asking for scandalous amounts of money for these online at the minute. Really, really expensive. That'll go nicely with the other Jawa, without question. I'm going to show you the back as well. Look at that beautiful picture of Grogu. And the Mandalorian Din Djarin there. Really nice. And there is I haven't even read that. Screenshot that or screen grab, pause, whatever you want to do. And here is the Elder now. Let's have a look on the back. There they are. Zuka. Great stuff. Well, I've had a lot of fun opening that. Thank you for sticking with me if you've watched all of it. I don't know how long the video will be. It's going to be a long edit, but who cares? It's all going to be worth it. To share with you the Razorcrest, here now finally with us in all its glory. Just one more thing I need to do is put him inside the cockpit. Yes, but I'm not going to open him, because look at him, he's nicely wrapped. I'm going to keep him as he is like that. But I do have one I got from Tungori. Here's one I prepared earlier. I'm going to put him inside the cockpit just for now. So he was available on Tungori. He might still even be, I don't know, but he's got currently a Darksaber in his hand. And I'll get that gun out of the way. And let's get him inside the cockpit. That'll be awesome. Check what it's like. So I'm going to articulate him so he can sit in. I hope. Maybe, because these are seconds maybe, because it's from Tungori. Maybe he's not going to look right. I don't know. Put his hands on the controls like that, maybe. That might work. And where's Grogu? Let's get 3 3/4 inch in there. Let's just get him on the chair. And I will give you a look at them inside the cockpit. Oh, that's quite cute, actually. Seeing them like that. Here we go. And they are. There's Grogu. I can bring you in warm. I love that one when he goes, I can bring you in warm or I can bring you in cold. And he goes, that's my line. I can bring you in warm or I can bring you in cold. There you go. That's it. Job done. Thank you very much for watching. If you are new around here, subscribe. Do check out the rest of my channel. I keep the playlists very much up to date. So I do have one for vehicles, and I have one for room tours. If you check out Shelf Indulgence, if you want to see what's going on the shelves you've seen behind you throughout the video. And thank you very much. Do consider subscribing and indeed become a Patreon if you want to see more of this, especially the opening I did. Sorry, I've panned up when I usually do that at the end of a video, but still. I have done a video opening this and my first reaction to it, so if you want to see that, by all means do. Thank you very much for watching one final time. I have been only one Kenobi. Only one. Out.